Hey, I'm back and I'm going to show you how I prep one way of prepping chicken or how I season it and put it in the oven to bake. So I was going to do fried chicken today, but that's what Popeyes is for. So I'm going to do baked chicken today. And so I told my young adult that instead of doing fried chicken, I'm just going to do baked because it's a whole lot easier for me to just stick it in the oven. So I'm going to take, and you could take whatever chicken pieces you would like and wash them. I wash chicken. Some people, there's a debate. I don't care what the debate is. I would just raise washing chicken, and chicken washing is what I would do. Because I just don't know no better to wash the chicken. So I've already washed it. So I'm rinsing it now. And I'm going to grab my pan and bring it over here. It's an aluminum pan. And here's another thing. If you know me, I hate washing dishes. So even when dating or potentially finding someone, my question is always, do you mind washing dishes? I'll cook. Do you mind washing dishes? And for the most part, all of their answers been, or whomever answer has been, no, they didn't mind. But for one way or the reason or another, it just didn't work out. But if I cook, I always ask, would he wash dishes? So I have some breasts, a few breasts, and some wings here. So I'm just folding back the wings. You know how you were taught to take that wing and to just fold it back. So that's what I am doing. And so I am going to clear this thing so I can start seasoning. So what I have for my seasoning, seasonal, onion powder, Italian dressing, and I put it in a cup because I have the big gallon thing from Sam's Club. It's cheaper. It's $6 a gallon, and I use Italian dressing for almost everything that I do, especially as a marinade. So instead of having the big gallon on here, I just put some in a cup. I have Italian seasoning. I use this for almost everything, to fry pork chop, baked pork chop, chicken. Like, it has all the blends of a lot of things in here. So rosemary, thyme, sage, oregano, basil. So I use this for a lot. Garlic powder, lemon pepper seasoning, black pepper, and I might put some brown gravy. And I'm going to tell you, I put a little bit of this on here because it won't be like a clear broth. It gives you a little gravy. And it doesn't make it brown like you're making gravy for dressing or rice or something. It just gives it a thicker broth that if you choose to put it on top of rice or something like that. But it won't be the whole pack. It'll just be sprinkled for covering. So let's get to it. I am going to put the Italian dressing on this first because the Italian dressing gets up under the skin. And with Italian dressing, if you cook with it, you know it has like extra olive oil, it has vinegar. It breaks down the tissue of the meat. And so that's how some people's like, oh, your chicken is so tender, it's never dry. No, my chicken is never dry because I'm always putting some Italian dressing on it. So I'm just gonna coat these young ladies in Italian dressing and rub it all around and get it under the skin. And you can even put this on your chicken at nighttime or the day before, and you can season all of this and put it in a Ziploc bag. And tomorrow, then put it in the oven, or the next day, put it in the oven, and it tastes even better. It does. So I don't have that time. I'm just trying to stick dinner in the oven right now before it storms, and hopefully the power does not go off. So I'm going to season my chicken with some seasoning. So I don't mind any part of the chicken. Tiara like thighs, dark meat. So I'm gonna have to redo this again because I have some dark pieces in from another bag. So I'm just gonna coat all of this, or cover, with the seasoning. And the Italian dressing makes the seasoning sticks a little bit better. And this is the pan that I'm going to bake it in. So I keep rinsing my glove. I'm going to use the same glove, but I'm just going to put some onion powder. I am going to put Italian seasoning on it. I'm trying to hurry up because you don't have all day to be looking at me. I'm going to put some garlic powder. And I have one more thing I forgot to tell y'all about, but I'm going to put that on there. Garlic powder, lemon pepper seasoning. And I'm not going to put a lot. You can put a lot if you really, really like lemon pepper. I do on wings, but I don't want it to overpower the chicken and everything else. So I'm just going to sprinkle that on there, black pepper. And then the other thing is you don't want to be serving anybody any bland food, bland chicken especially. The worst thing is for your chicken to be pretty and taste like water or nothing. Almost like pulling flesh apart with no taste. So we don't want that. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of the brown gravy. Just a little bit. I could use this for something else later. Especially if I make rice or something like that. And I'm going to mix this up, all of this. I'm going to coat the chicken. I'm going to make it pretty. You can add paprika to it. Paprika, it's supposed to be like a smoky flavor blend. But it does add a reddish color when you bake it. I don't have those problems. So sometimes I add paprika, sometimes I don't. But I'm going to coat all of this marinade on this chicken. Now again, I'm going to flip it over because I want some seasoning on the back side. You can put this right like this. If you know tomorrow you're going to have a few people over and you're going to have it for Sunday dinner more than anything, prep it the night before so your meat could be tender and soft and juicy and succulent. I'm washing all that stuff off so I can keep touching this. I don't want a sticky container. But I'm going to put a little bit on the back side. Here's what I was telling you that I was going to do, and I forgot to tell you. Let me rinse this one more time. I always take some Trio frozen bell peppers, onion, celery. Excuse me. That happens sometimes when you're cooking with, especially seasoning. No, I didn't sneeze in the food. I always move to the side. I don't. So here's the Trio. Celery, bell peppers. I use this for almost everything. But you add a little flavor. Bell peppers, onion, celery, already cut up. It's frozen, and with it being frozen, it adds moisture, water that's frozen into it. And that's pretty much, put that back in the freezer. That's pretty much it, if you can see that. That's what I do. And I tightly wrap this and stick it in the oven. Tightly wrap it with aluminum foil. I have to say that because somebody will say, what you wrap it with? I want the breast to be, make sure it has a little seasoning on it, a little more. So I did that. A little more lemon pepper. So I'm gonna pick this up so you can see it inside. That's how it looks. Let me see, can I get it right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tightly wrap this. I don't add any water, you can, but the Italian dressing is going to produce liquid, and the frozen vegetables are going to produce liquid. So I don't want it like liquidy juice. It's going to produce juice. So I am going to wrap this, stick it in the oven on 350 for about 2 hours. And it's going to be done. Down to the bone. It's going to be done. 350 in about 2 hours. You can let it cook a little bit longer if you would like, but that usually works for me. I had to send my kid to my young adult to the store to get some more aluminum foil because as I was doing the corn, I ran out. So I needed more aluminum foil for this. So I'm just gonna wrap this one time and let it sit in the sauna for 2 hours. I'm teaching you showing you how to cook easy. Just how to cook for the homeless, for the sick and shut in. It's not hard work for me because I believe in just putting it all in the oven and I let it cook itself. So that's it for the chicken, 11 minutes and in the oven. So on now to the macaroni and cheese. So I might be back later. Bye-bye.